What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another video. Today we are at Savage Gulf State Park. We're going to be doing some backcountry camping. We're going on the South Rim Trail. We're staying at Stagecoach Campground, or Stage Road, something like that. It's about a 5-mile hike in. We'll get there, set up, see some sights along the way, maybe do some additional hiking after setting up, and then just have a good little night in the woods. Making good progress. We're about a mile in. First snack, a little brownie. We'll keep moving. Another suspension bridge. This time over a lot more water. Seems to be like the main Savage Creek right here. I didn't realize there was a waterfall on the trail, so we'll see that here shortly. We have made it to the falls. It's rushing. It rained these past few days, so it's flowing real good. It's still pretty wet all around, really. Hopefully we can still have a fire, though. What's crazy is that wasn't even the main waterfall. It's a lot bigger. Look at this. So this is the main waterfall. And if I didn't have to get to my campsite, I might just go for a swim. But look at that, that's awesome. I'm leaving the falls now, and it is just straight up right here. Incline. Look at this. Oh. I think we got about 3 miles. Been looking for a nice spot to stop and eat. I don't know if I brought my spork. Otherwise, I've got nothing to eat with. I don't see it. That sucks, but it's not the end of the world. I've got some smoked salmon and black lentils. These are just plain lentils from Target. Nothing special. Basic calories. Right there. Let's see. Not bad. Comes a little can. Pop it back. There you go. Pink leaking juice. Looks like I'd use this thing as a makeshift spoon. See what we got here. That's not bad at all. Something about canned fish, man. I just started eating like sardines, tried mackerel, so I've been on a fish and a can kick, and this is pretty good. Yo, I am tearing this up, spilling it every time I try to show you. The whole pack has 35 grams of fiber, which is 100, can you see that? 124% your daily value. It's gonna flow right out of me, boys. Outside of that, I'm really impressed with the state park. So far it's been great. The trails are marked well, maintained, haven't come across many things blocking the trail. Super easy to know where to go, plenty of signs and such. I have my maps just in case, but honestly, I wouldn't even need them here. Anyways, y'all, I am gonna go ahead and finish this food and then we can keep on moving. So we got about 1 mile left, walking across this very slippery bridge. This is probably the last stream I'll pass before we get to the campsite, but water source isn't that far away from the campsite, probably about a 1/4 mile. It's nothing too bad. If I do run out just 1 more mile, we'll be there and start setting up. So on the map, it said there was like an overlook, but I didn't see one. But there was a turn in the trail, so I just decided to take the chance. It's only like 200 feet off the main trail, and wow, I'm glad I did. This is awesome. Look at this. I don't know how much you can see, but we are super high up. Some ridges over there. Massive drop off. I'm gonna keep going and see if I can't find a better view. Yeah, this was worth the stop. This is incredible. Look at this. It's beautiful. Tennessee hills as far as the eye can see. This is awesome. Just gorgeous. I wish I could set up camp right here, but unfortunately we've got maybe half a mile left to go and we'll be at the official campsite. I had to book it online with South Cumberland State Park to actually stay here. It's not a true like backcountry, just come in for free. Well folks, looks like that was not the only outlook. I've come across another that I'm approaching now, and it is just as gorgeous as the last. Look at this. I think we were like right over there, maybe a little further. Yeah man, this is awesome. So like I said in the beginning, this is South Rim Trail, and my assumption now, seeing the other side, is that North Rim Trail is all the way over there on top of those rocky ridges. Would love to go hike that side one time and see the view from the other angle. Just a gorgeous view, absolutely breathtaking. Totally worth the detour once again. And the drop is something serious. Just found a daddy longlegs. Can you see that guy? He's blowing in the wind, he's so light. So daddy longlegs, their mandibles are so small that they actually cannot hurt. Okay, he kind of probably went off the cliff there. Sorry, spider. Their mandibles are so small and so weak that they cannot pierce human skin. At least that's what I've heard. So I pick them up. They're fun to play with. Cute little spiders. Anyways, not much longer now. We'll be at camp and sit down and relax. This has been quite a challenging hike, to say the least. It is only 5 miles, but it's 5 miles of up, down, and switchbacks, and you name it. So stay tuned. We're almost there. So after nearly 5 miles and some change of hiking, we have finally made it to Stage Road Campground. However, the turn to it says this. If it was closed, why'd you let me book it? Anyways, I think this is the way to the campground. We'll go over there. We're looking for site number 3. Hopefully they are labeled. Yeah, I don't get it. Why would you be able to book the campground if you can't stay there? If it's closed, anyway. We're about to go find out. Yeah, I'm a bit confused, to say the least. I mean, I'm gonna keep going and look for my site. Came all this way. Never said anything about this. This is the turn, according to my map. Looking at the map, I'll show you on screen. This is where I'm supposed to be. Like, I don't understand. Let's just keep looking. Okay, maybe not all hope is lost. That is the group campsite that does not have any kind of don't camp here sign. See a building, which I assume is like the outhouse ahead. Alright, so it looks like we made it. Here's some proper signage. That group campsite we passed to the left, and the rest of the sites are straight ahead, so site number 3 that I'm staying at will be that way as well. Here's the toilet. Sign for a spring. Once we get set up, maybe we can go check that out. But I've used better toilets in my time. Anyway, see y'all at the site. Boys and girls, we have officially arrived at site number 3. Let's drop this bag, get set up, and just take a breather, because, man, I am exhausted. It's pretty nice. Nice flat pad here for the tent. I've already got a fire ring. Sit and rock. Don't know if I'm gonna have a fire. It's still nice to have. I'll set y'all down. We'll get this tent set up and maybe go check out that spring. All right, you guys, let's get this thing set up. I want to go ahead and lay out the footprint. Holes. these guys all clipped up. Very quick. This tent. Alright. So that's the tent. Didn't take too long to set up. Now we'll go ahead and put our bed together, and so everything will be ready when we get back. So this is a little glimpse inside the tent. They say it's a 2-person tent. It's really more like 1.5. It's more of like, I would consider it a spacious 1-person tent. This is called the Big Agnes C-Bar 2. It's not a very well-known tent, I'll say, but it's very great like weight to price ratio. If you ever get into backpacking, people are real big on like ultralight stuff, which is usually very expensive. A good like backpacking pack can cost anywhere upwards of $300 to $400, but this C-Bar 2 weighs about 4 pounds, and you can usually get it for less than 200. It often goes on sale, so it's a really compelling choice. But anyway, the next step in setting up our sleep setup is our sleeping pad. So this is another Big Agnes product. This is called the Rapide SL. It's an insulated sleeping pad. I picked this one because I felt it in the store, super comfortable, pretty lightweight, and it's insulated, so I can use this in the winter. But I just roll it up, and see it kind of unrolls like that. You've got like a little air sac here. So what you do is you fill this up with air, and then you squeeze the air out of this little outlet into the pad, and it fills it up. You take this guy, pop the air in, then it should just clip right onto there. Perfect. And then literally fill this with air. You can blow in it, you can open it up, just close it tight, and then squeeze that air right into there. Next, we've got our pillow. Love this pillow. This is like probably comfier than my pillow at home. Just blow it up. And close the tab. Look, there it is. Perfect, nice, squishy, soft pillow in the back of the woods. Typically, I would have a sleeping bag. It is pretty warm. It's probably like upper 70s, and it's going to get down to maybe 61 tonight. So I opted not to bring my sleeping bag, but what I did bring is my woobie. If you don't know what a woobie is, it's basically like a military poncho. I forget how the name came about, probably from some kind of movie or something. But let me get my woobie and show you what that looks like. So this is my woobie. It's not like a military issue one. This is actually a third-party fancy one. It's like a nylon, polyester, some kind of synthetic material blanket. Poncho, really. I think in the military they use these strings to basically make a shelter with it. But for me, it's like the softest, most lightweight, temperature-regulating blanket. I love this thing. It keeps you warm when it's cold, keeps you cool when it's hot. So we'll lay that out. Perfect little blankie. If you don't got a woobie, get one. Alright y'all, with the tent all set up, I'm just going to take a little breather, a little break, get my bearings, maybe have a quick snack, and we can go check out that spring down there. I don't really expect it to be phenomenal. It's probably just a water source, but we'll go look at it anyways, since we still got plenty of daylight here. And if we can, we'll see if we can gather some firewood and get started on that. So, see y'all in a bit. Alright, we are going to leave Casa del Dillon back there and go see what this spring is about. It's about 5 o'clock. Probably get dark at 6:30, so should have time to go see this, make dinner, and then settle in for the night. I've got to say, I feel significantly lighter without the pack. Like, I was pretty much exhausted by the time I got there. But now that I have like 0 weight on me, I feel like I can go another 5 miles, no problem. Feeling super lightweight, feeling good, rested up. Go see what this spring holds. So, this is the spring, huh? But no, that's great. I mean, it looks kind of sad, but really, freshwater source will be great if it comes down to it. Okay, so this is pretty neat. I assume it connects to the spring that we just looked at over there, running underground. You can kind of see this comes out of that little cave. So I did a little bit of climbing, and I got down to where the waterfall is, and it's pretty neat. We're actually right off the edge of a cliff here, super high up, so we gotta be very cautious. But this waterfall, man, it's actually really cool. And then this tree is kind of weird. It's kind of growing like at a right angle right there. It's like whoop whoop. Look at that. Anyway, I guess that's it for the spring. We'll head back to camp, cook some food, and then get ready for bed. Alright y'all, we are back at camp. I'm going to set up the cooking system. So with me I've got a little isobutane canister and a little stove. Doesn't really look like a stove, I know, but that's the MSR Pocket Rocket 2. Super popular stove for backpacking. Essentially it just folds up so I can take these little arms out, and then what I'll do is I'll screw it onto here, and it'll be a little platform. There we go, I got it threaded. And then this little guy is a valve you can use to turn it on and off. You just heard it there. For demonstration purposes, I'll show you. We'll crank it on, you'll hear it, and then you can actually crank it up pretty high. It gets pretty hot. Take your little pot. This one's called the Toques. It's very light. It's made of titanium. Set that on top, and it even comes with a little lid, so you can do all your cooking. Anyways, most of my food is ready to eat, so I can heat it up in this, but I don't have my spoon, so it might be more convenient to really eat it out of the package. 2 or 3 miles back, I gathered some acorns, and apparently acorns are edible if you boil them a couple times. Acorns are very bitter because they contain a substance known as tannin. So boiling it a couple times should get all the tannin out and then ultimately make it edible. So let's give that a try. Alright y'all, so here's our acorns. Not sure if you can see that. They're actually quite big. This is the biggest one I managed to get. I'll cut these up and then pop them in the pot right here and give them a boil, drain them, give them a boil, maybe 2-3 times, and see how they taste. I forgot my knife, but I have this little paracord bracelet, and it has a blade on the end. So we should be able to cut right into these guys. I don't know what a ripe acorn looks like, so these very well could be too early. I saw a bunch of different colors. I saw green ones, brown ones, yellow ones, almost orange sometimes. And it looks pretty normal on the inside. So that's what one looks like after you get the shell off. There's a bit of a skin on there, that dark brown layer. So I'm gonna go ahead and peel that, chop these up, and throw them in the pot. Alright, we got a little pot full of acorns. I chopped them up. Hopefully it doesn't take too many rounds. I have limited water. I want to avoid using my water filter if I don't have to. So in addition to having a knife, this thing is pretty neat. It's got a compass. Doesn't really work anymore. It's got a whistle. And it's got a little striker. See if I can't get a strike off for y'all. So we're going to try that on the stove and see if we can light it. Again, there's our acorns. We got them in some water. First try. Too easy. Let's get these boys boiling. They're going. That water's brown. I guess we'll do it till it runs clear. This lid is already coming in handy. That water is like a brownish yellow. This really has been great so far. We've seen some beautiful views, awesome waterfalls, got to hike a cool trail. Now, we got our shelter set up, boiling some acorns. I'm chilling, man. I guess it doesn't take much to please me when things are boiling. Again, turn that down a little bit. I hope they taste good because I'm using quite a bit of water for this. The water is still dirty this time around, so we'll give it one more go. Last one, we'll just light it up normal. He's going, boy. I think we might have got enough of them out to get a good tasting acorn here. Let that cool down a little bit and then we'll give it a try. Alright y'all, they have cooled to the touch. Here's a little quarter there. Let's give it a taste. It tastes like any ordinary nut almost. It's got the texture of like a nut basically. Now, I do taste a little bit of bitterness. We might have got a lot of it out, but I don't think we got all of it out. I don't want to use all my water. It's getting a little dark out here, so you may not be able to see that. But they're not bad. Like, there are thousands of acorns, like thousands that size. So if you get desperate enough, you run out of food, this is a great foraging source of food. Not the best, but not the worst thing I ever tasted. Just send the rest. Squirrels can enjoy that. So, acorns were a success, but maybe we should get some real food. Let me see what I got in the bag here. So pretty much everything I brought does not need to be heated up. I thought this was pretty cool. This is like, man, it's getting dark out here. Chickpea tikka masala. Let me see if I can adjust this a little bit. That's probably really good. Got some ready rice, and then this little Tasty Mate protein bowl. I might save that one for lunch tomorrow. That looks really good. Went ahead and pulled out the headlamp. Doesn't help y'all. I'm kind of blinding you really to give you a better look at what we got going on. Tikka masala. See if I can hang this light up to shine down on this. Voila, we have a light. It is now blinding me, but you can kind of see what's going on here a little better. So, man, I really wish I brought my spoon. Can't believe I forgot that. It looks interesting. Don't know if I can quite get that in frame. No. Disclaimer, never had tikka masala, so I could be judging this wrong. It's very fragrant. It's really the only thing I can say, like herby, like a leaf is in there. It says fenugreek leaves is in there. I guess that's what that green thing is. I'll be honest, if this is what all tikka masala tastes like, I don't like it. Give it the benefit of the doubt. It could just be this prepackaged one is trash. Not for me. It'd probably be a lot better warm. Gosh, I did not like that. Pineapple whiskey to hopefully cleanse my palate. It's really not that good. Better than the tikka masala, honestly. I'm sorry, y'all. If you like tikka masala, I'm just hating. Like, I feel bad for you. That came out wrong. I'm sorry to hate on it, but I don't like it. If anything interesting happens, I'll be sure to record it, but really from here on out, it's just going to be chilling, laying down, playing on my phone or something. I really should have downloaded a movie or like a game or something. If nothing does happen, we'll have a good night, and I will see you guys in the morning. Oh, get my shoes off, and we'll call it a night. Alright, y'all, we in the tent, about to lay down and go to sleep. Spotify must have saved some songs offline because I've been playing music for the past hour. It's about like 8:30, very early to go to bed, but I'm pretty tired, so good night. See y'all in the morning. It is about 7 a.m. Got a little colder than anticipated last night, so I was huddled under the whoopee for like 2 hours. Feels pretty good now, so let's get up and get some breakfast, shall we? We'll be breaking down the tent and everything this morning, so first things first. And we're flat. Squish it down. Alright, y'all, so we got everything packed up, and it's breakfast time. Didn't bring anything special. Got this new little granola bar I'm going to try. And got these little Belvita breakfast cookies. I'm going to crack into this one first. It is blueberry soft baked oat bar. Pretty mushed from being in my pocket all this time. But let's see. It's very sweet. It's kind of got a bit of a crunchy consistency, like the sugary top of a blueberry muffin, but very good. Go with the Belvitas. I don't know if I'll eat the other protein bar, but I know I like these. They're crunchy, just like a cookie. You've probably had them before, but I love these things. Great little breakfast. Alright, we are all done with breakfast. I'm going to go ahead and brush my teeth, and then we can get up out of here. So brushing your teeth when the only water source you have is your water bladder can be quite challenging. So what I'll do is get a little paste on there, come over here to the water bladder, suck up a little water, and then go at it. This pack is significantly lighter today. Less water, less food, less everything. So the hike out of here should be a lot easier. All right, we are on the move. It is about 8 a.m. right now. Took that tree with me anyway. It's about 8 a.m. right now. It feels great. So hopefully we can get out of here. Just running into all kinds of brush. Hopefully we can get out of here before it gets too hot. See if we can make good time. 8 a.m. Let's see when we get out. There are acorns dropping left and right all over the place. I'm afraid one's gonna bonk me on the head and I'm not even gonna realize, so it'll probably knock me out. Yeah, so far we're making good time. Little spider web here. Phew. It's still pretty early, so I figured we'd go check out the Overlook again. Might as well. And we're back. And the way the morning sun cascades across this is a sight to behold. Just incredible. Man. That's what it's all about. Right here, this is what it's all about. Anyways, it's heating up pretty quick, so let's get out of here. This is interesting. I did not notice this when coming in, but it looks like a car. How do you get a car back here? It's obviously like flipped upside down. Looks like it used to be a very nice bluish green color. Maybe that's the spare tire holder. This might be the trunk area. Yeah, there's the rear fender, quarter panel, and that's where the tail light would go right there. If anyone can identify this car, then drop it in the comments. That's really odd that that's back here. So I have unfortunately run all out of water, so I'm gonna have to resort to the filter. We've got about 3.5 miles to go, and I'm gonna be pretty thirsty on that. So I've got my water bladder here. Set that guy aside for now. And I've got my filter system, and it's really just a bag and the filter. If you're familiar with like a life straw, this is very similar to that. The bag kind of sucks. We'll go ahead and fill up our water bladder with this. Making good progress, but really just fill it up, squeeze in there. I should only need about 1 liter, so I'm almost finished here. We're ready to roll. It's not bad. It's not super cold, but it's colder than the water I brought. Looking at my pants here, I've got an inchworm on there. See if I can show you guys. Look at that little dude. Come here, bud. Let's get you back on a plant or something. Come here. Go on that leaf. There you go. Ain't that cute? He's funny looking. Anyways, y'all, let's keep it rolling. It is so nice to have water again. I was going about almost a mile no water until I came across that stream. This is just so refreshing. Should last me back to the entrance, and it tastes great. Sawyer mini filter. It's fantastic. Highly recommend. I've used it once before. The only downside is when I get home, now I have to clean it. Just run like a little bleach water through it, let it sit, and then flush it out, let it air out and everything. But no biggie. I'd rather not die of dehydration than clean my filter, so no big deal. But we're gonna keep on hiking here and stay hydrated, and maybe, I was thinking, we could go to the top of the Savage Falls. We got plenty of time. It's like a 1/4 mile to the top and obviously a 1/4 mile back, so we'll add about a 1/2 mile to the hike. But I've got high energy, I'm making good progress, I'm moving pretty quick. We'll see how I feel when I get there, but I would love to see that thing from the top. I don't know if we're at Savage Falls yet, but I do hear some water, and there's a small detour here off the trail. And man, it's another view, which I walked completely past, did not even notice this on the way in. Making my way down now. It's like a lower view of the valley. So we'll make our way down. Alright, it is about 10:20 and it's a little early for lunch, but I'm pretty hungry. And I've got this Tasty Bite Mexican style bowl here. Gonna crack into this. Hopefully it's not too complicated to eat without a spoon. Little bowl, rice, beans, corn, and then it's got this dressing with it. I'll give this a taste test first, see if I like it on there. I don't really have the means to mix it up. I guess I could kind of open this film back a little bit, pour it in and give it a shake. But let's first taste test this. It smells pretty good. Very green. Oh yeah. That's like spicy green chili. That is great. I think I'm gonna put that in there. See, I probably would have never thought of this without a spoon, or if I had a spoon. Sit here mixing it, it'd probably take even longer, but it's all sauced up now. Yeah, this is gonna be a challenge to say the least. That green sauce kicks it up a notch. It is great. Gotta be something I can use as a spoon around here. I mean, maybe if I fold the sauce back, I'd be able to get away with scooping it. There we go. Improv. This works even better than the salmon lid. I'm impressed. This is really good. Don't even have to heat it up. Absolutely tore up that little bowl for dessert. Got me this Nature Valley dark chocolate protein bar. I love these things. Don't really care for the protein, but it's an added bonus, so I mean, why not? I just think it tastes great. We are back at the swinging bridge. We passed the waterfall, so the offshoot to go see the waterfall overlook should be very soon. This place looks completely different with the sun in the sky here. The bridge is bouncy as ever. But yeah, almost there. I am pretty tired, but I think we should do it. Who knows, next time I'll be back here, so let's send it and go see this overlook. So we made it to the overlook. The view isn't the best, but it is still pretty cool to see it from this angle right here. And in there. Kind of on this rocky outcropping. But yeah, pretty neat. It is getting hot, so I am so ready to get back to the car and blast the AC. Alright y'all, we have officially made it back to the parking lot. I really hope you enjoyed going camping with me. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.